Mary of FerventFoodie.com, and today we're making peanut butter and jelly snack bars. This is a recipe I developed using Tropical Foods PB&J mix, and it makes for a bar that's not very sweet, so it's good for breakfast or snacking throughout the day. First, you want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and then we can get to assembling our ingredients. We're going to start off with our flour, and to that we'll add some salt, baking powder, then we'll just mix those together. Set the dry ingredients to the side, and we'll get to work on our wet ingredients. Start off with 2 eggs. I always like to crack those first just in case I get a shell in the bowl. Nobody wants a shell in their bar. 2 eggs. To that we'll add our sugar, equal parts white sugar and brown sugar. Once combined, we'll add our melted butter and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Combine the butter and the vanilla in with the eggs and sugar. To this, we'll add our flour mixture. Once the flour is almost incorporated, we'll add our peanut butter. And you want to use a traditional peanut butter, one that's creamy and has a little bit of sweetness, rather than an all-natural variety that can be a little gritty. We want the creaminess and the sweetness from the traditional peanut butter. Fold the peanut butter in. It smells great. I love the smell of peanut butter. Once the peanut butter is mostly incorporated, we'll add our Tropical Foods PB&J mix. And we'll gently fold the PB&J mix into the peanut butter mixture. This is a pretty thick and sticky batter, so you just kind of work with it a little bit to get the nuts incorporated. Once combined, we'll transfer the mixture to a baking pan that we've coated with cooking spray. Use your spatula to level out the batter. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just want to make sure it's pretty much the same thickness throughout so that it cooks evenly in the oven. Once the batter is all nice and level in our pan, we're ready to add the jelly to the peanut butter and jelly bars. You can use any jelly you like. You could use a fruit preserve, whether or not it has seeds. You could use grape jelly if you want. I chose a raspberry jelly because I think it adds a little bit more flavor to the bars. We're going to spoon the jelly onto the peanut butter. We'll use the back of a spoon to spread the jelly across the bars. Doesn't have to be perfect, we're just trying to get the jelly as evenly distributed as we can. Now that the jelly is nice and even, we're going to use a knife to create a little swirl pattern into the batter. The trick here is to not over swirl. If you swirl too much, when it comes out of the oven, you'll just have a big purple mess on your hands. We just want a couple small swirls and it'll be nice and pretty when it comes out of the oven. And this batter, again, is really thick, so what you're actually doing is cutting into the batter with the knife as you swirl. Now that we have our swirl in the batter, we're going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes. What you're looking for is the top to be set and the edges to be a nice golden brown. Once the bars come out of the oven, you'll want to let them cool for a little bit before slicing, and that's the peanut butter and jelly snack bar.